Hello, welcome to Discovering the World of Natural Health. I'm your host, Claiborne Holtzman. It's a joy, a pleasure, and an honor to be able to sit right here and talk to you guys. And there we go. I moved that out of the way. Put on that side. Okay, the bottle looks like it's good shaped up there. That looks like it's middle there. Good. You can read that pretty good. Okay. Folks, what we got there is a bottle of liquid chlorophyll. And I don't know how many of you understand what chlorophyll is. I had the opportunity today, and I'm just sliding in here on last minute as we've been working with the City of Rocky Mount today and helping educate them on health fair for the City of Rocky Mount with the different vendors and people that have different things that will benefit our servants that work for us so hard at Rocky Mount. So what I want to do is share with you, first of all, the brochures like what we had today. And this one here was just a really, this is just a fine brochure. And you'll notice that there is a, on my left side, your right side, anyway, there is a thing that says remedy this naturally, and there is a really one of the best pictures I've ever seen them take of our deli. And Lee, you're doing an excellent job. So that right there is something that we have to offer, and so we really love the smoothies and stuff that comes out of there. Looking forward to getting back to the turkey chicken salad and the different things that we've had available for you individuals that love them. So that's what we're in the process of doing, getting that done. Thank you for pulling that in and pulling it out. And what I will do is over here on this side, there's a listing in the column, and if you'll notice as you go down, I'll read those words to you since it's a little hard to be able to see that on the TV. But here's right down here, I want you to take notice of this, and that is the emblem of the United States Post Office. And we are a postal, we are not employees, we contract with the post office to have available for you the ability to do what the post office does. And we do not do money orders, and we do not do duck stamps, and so those are two things we do not do with the post office. And money orders, that's correct, we do not do the money orders. So I'm going to lead and read on this side over here. It says services, herbs. Okay, so we do have some herbs. Well, we've got a really neat brochure, and I stopped right at that because what I wanted you to see was we can go ahead and put here, it says remedy this naturally. Please check our website or call the store for pricing. Phone 252-977-9077. Website remedythisnaturally.com. And Lee, I don't know if we've put that up in a while or not. remedythisnaturally.com. So if you want to type that in at your convenience, that'll be fine. Store hours are Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5. Sundays we are closed. And then Facebook is Remedy This Naturally, and whatever this other little thing is right here, it says remedy this naturally. So that is available for us. And then when we get into the inside, if you'll look over here on column here, going all the way up and down, that is a listing of God's healing plants. The first thing is alfalfa leaf, and that is good for the kidneys, the bladder, blood sugar, arthritis, gout, and appetite. Now, alfalfa is good for those things. Now that one there would be in a capsule form. And then we do have another way of ingesting this alfalfa, and that is with this bottle of liquid chlorophyll. Now, chlorophyll is a powerful green. It is one of the things that helped me get over arthritis years ago, because the inflammation was absorbed by the toxins. The toxins and inflammation were absorbed, and they sent them out of my body in one of my elimination channels, and it got rid of it. There's nothing worse than having pain, having inflammation, and having things that hurt us. And as many of you know, the reason I got involved in the herbal trade was due to the fact of my son's health, and we're talking about, round it off to 50 years ago. And he was not able to enjoy just even sitting still. He was in pain all the time, and it was really, the pain was caused by the pharmaceutical drugs that he was on. So what we had to do was talk to a naturopathic, osteopathic doctor, Cal Streeter, and he says, you need to start giving him this concoction. And he mixed up some herbs together, and he had talked about drinking liquid chlorophyll. And what happened? By taking a natural God-given plant that came from its descendants in the Garden of Gethsemane. No, it wasn't that one. That was one he prayed with. It was given in the, went blank all of a sudden. I'm going to get me some of that too, and I'll tell you what I've been doing to help with that. But in the creation story, let me get it straight. God made the plants, he made a garden, he made a nice haven of rest for his creation that had not even come there yet. So what did he do? God made available for Adam and Eve a garden that had everything that was necessary for them as human beings to come into full nutrition in God's creation, that they would live forever. Now, if you just look around us with all the nice kindness people show one another, well, let me get real. With all the crap that we're dealing with all the saying we gotta get more law enforcement, we gotta, pay them more, but yet and still we never hold the people who do the wrong stuff accountable. So therefore, guess what? People are going to still do what they can get away with. Therefore, what next? We that want to do what's right have to give up our freedom to someone else that doesn't care. And it's sad, because if we could all live together in harmonious beings, then we could have the opportunity to be able to be happy, healthy, and well. And that was the reason God said, I got everything in the plant. And so let's take this man and make him to take care of the garden. And then he said, okay, let's take care and give him a companion that they can help take care of it together. So, folks, that is the foundation of what we should be doing and enjoying as human beings. So I got as far as the alfalfa on the first thing, and talking about what it's good for. And the alfalfa leaf, now that's in the tea. This is alfalfa juice or liquid. And then we also have that little sachet where you tear the top off, you take a bottle of water, you put it in the water, and so there's 3 different ways you can ingest this. And so when you do that, and the body has the ability to take the nourishment, the chlorophyll, the greens in the trees behind me on this broadcast, all that green is God's creation of what is in the photosynthesis that will give that tree life and the ability to grow and even have offspring, have seeds. All of that is in the greenery. Then we turn around and God takes that greenery and he used it for food for Adam and Eve. So what did that mean? That means with the food, then the body can have what it needs to act and become the way it should be. So that is what's important, that the body has the food, the nutrition, the nourishment. So we take that greenery, we eat that greenery, put it into the body, and guess what happens next? It is food for us, and as being food for us, we can take and grow ourselves. So we take the food there. Okay, the alfalfa, just say for example, we're taking alfalfa leaf, and it says it's good for the kidneys, it's good for the bladder, it's good for the blood sugar, it's good for the arthritis, and helping get rid of the gout and the appetite. So, hey Lee, close the door. So, here we go, and hoping we can. Thank you. So with that in mind, and having a greenery that comes from the alfalfa, that food in this liquid will go into our bodies and it will find where it needs to do. Maybe you have a little dribbling when you go empty your bladder. Maybe you have a little kidney weakness as an inheritance. It needs to be taken care of. Maybe there is blood sugar that needs to be taken care of, or the inflammation called the gout. And I'm going to talk more about the liquid chlorophyll here in a second. But what we're doing is we are taking and putting into our bodies what is nutritious for us to be made whole. And we can take that information that we know and take that plant and ingest it, we know, and we will have a nutrition to keep us going and let us have better birthdays, okay? So, the chlorophyll, okay? We're going to come back to that. Second thing I wanted to share with you would be ashwagandha. So, it's for stress, it's for focus, it's for memory, for sleep, stamina, and anxiety. That is the need that we have in our bodies due to, I call it birthdays, as we continue to move forward. So that is something can be done. So we take the nourishment and the ingredients that come with alfalfa and I'm going to get over to the 1 since that's not the extra strength. And I'm going to share with you what I mean by benefits of the herbs in our life. Chlorophyll, dark green leafy vegetables such as spinach are rich sources of chlorophyll, the substance that provides plants with their green color. Sodium copper chlorophyllum, which is derived from natural plant sources of chlorophyll, is commonly utilized as a dietary chlorophyll supplement because it is a water-soluble and more stable against oxidation than chlorophyll. So the sodium copper chlorophyllum has also been shown to be readily absorbed following oil treatment with a greater potential bioactivity than dietary chlorophyll. So it's there for us to ingest. It's there for us to take the benefit from it in the chlorophyll form. And that's the one we got sitting on the desk right here and we're talking about. Sodium copper chlorophyllum has a long history of therapeutic use in traditional medicine with no reports of toxic effect. That's a good thing. No reports of toxic effect in over 50 years of client use in humans. And it's longer than that now because we go in here. Well, this book was copyrighted in 2020, so we're talking about 55 years that it has not caused any problem in humans, any clinic studies. Sodium copper chlorophyllum has been widely studied due to the beneficial biological effects, including, listen to me now, because I know this is talking to somebody, because it says including anti-inflammatory. There are things, folks, that we just do to ourselves and we get inflammation. Well, this chlorophyll will help break that down. So I'll read the rest of the sentence, go back. It's widely studied due to the beneficial benefits and effects, including anti-inflammatory and wound healing properties, including deodorizing activity. I like that. So, because what happens? As we eat, drink, and breathe, we have a tendency, if we have toxins in our body, if they're not going out the poop, the pee, the menstrual cycle, some other means, then it's got to go out in through the skin. It's got to go out through the skin. So, anti-inflammatory and wound healing properties. During the war, when they didn't have what they needed to pour on the wounds, they would use chlorophyll. Internal deodorizing activity. It will help the poopy smell to be less in our internal activity. So deodorizing activity and the ability to treat kidney stones, okay, by controlling calcium orvate crystals. Sodium copper chlorophyllum is commonly used to genetically and ostery, or as a surgical construction of a artificial excretionary opening. Patients to control body odor, fecal and urinary odor, as well as a sense of constipation, prevent halitosis. If you don't know if you got bad breath, ask the person you're talking to. Sodium copper chlorphyllium is also extremely as a food activity and a food dye. Yeah, it will die. Furthermore, studies have shown that sodium copper chlorphyllium reduces the growth of Staphylococcus aureus and Listeria mono fungus bacteria that causes food poisons in vitro. And I have, in the past, when I've had something that felt like I'd had food poisoning or just plain along the stomach, just, it was just one of them days, I have actually taken this product and drink it straight. The only difference is it was a little harsh in the drinking of it, but I'll tell you what, when it made me have relief in my abdominal area and the chlorphyllium did its job for detoxifying, getting rid of that toxin and poison out of my system, I was one happy camper. So that's what it's able to do. Although sodium copper chlorphyllium has a variety of uses in humans, researchers have focused primarily on its role as a chemopreventive agent, a substance used to prevent the development of cancer. Both in vitro and clinical studies have shown that sodium copper chlorphyllium exhibits potent anti-carcinogenic, what does that mean? Neutralizes the effects of cancer-causing agents, anti-mutations, interferes with the mutation effects of other substances, and antioxidant properties. Sodium copper chlorphyllium has also been shown to increase hepatic, in other words, what's hepatic? It's liver levels of phase 2 detoxification enzymes, including apoptosis. Now, apoptosis, cell death, and inhibits cancer cell proliferation. Research indicates that sodium copper chlorphyllium hinders the intestinal uptake of carcinogens and promotes their elimination in the feces. Even though its mechanism of action are not completely understood, sodium copper chlorphyllium is recognized and recommended in cancer preventive diets. I hope you were just listening to what I was saying there. I mean, talking about abnormal cells, talking about chlorophyll, and one of your high-priced dollar animals get to eat alfalfa, and that is basically a way for them to be able to build their immune system. So God didn't leave the animals out. A randomized, double-blind, placebo-controlled trial has conducted among residents of the city of Odong, China. All participants had been unavoidably exposed to a environmental carcinogen linked to liver cancer. In contamination food supplies, alpha toxin is produced by certain species of fungi found in moldy grains and legumes such as peanuts, soybeans, and corn. The study found that supplementation with sodium copper chlorphyllum prior to the meals specifically reduce urinary excretion of cancer's genetic biomarkers. Researchers concluded that sodium copper chlorphyllum may lower the risk of developing hepatocellular carcinogen. Now, we're talking about primary liver cancer, which is the leading cause of cancer deaths in Odong. Furthermore, another study involving human volunteers confirmed that chlorphyllum pre-treatment significantly limited the absorption and bioavailability of aflatoxins. So, in this particular instance, I'm talking about you can get the soft gel, you can get the liquid, you can get the powder. And if you were to get the soft gel, each soft gel capsule of Nature's Sunshine sodium chlorphyllum provides 50 milligrams of sodium copper chlorphyllum in a soybean oil, glycerin, and water base. And then each serving of Nature's Sunshine liquid chlorphyllum provides 90 milligrams of copper chlorophyllum in purified water. Limited chlorophyll is natural flavor with spearmint. And for your information, that's what it tastes like. It tastes like Wrigley spearmint chewing gum when you drink it. Going to talk about the taste for a second here, okay? Spearmint oil is regarded as an intestinal antispasmodic, antiemetic, a substance that alleviates nausea and vomiting. Spearmint oil is often used for digestive problems, including flatulence of gas and indigestion. In addition, a randomized double-blind clinical test confirmed that spearmint oil is safe and effective therapeutically option for the treatment of chemotherapy-induced nausea and vomiting. Furthermore, spearmint oil extracts antibacterial, antifungal cases of chronic gastritis, Staphylococcus bacteria that contributes to tooth decay, and Salmonella and the common cause of foodborne illnesses are food poisoning. It's able to help take care of that. Remember when I told you in the beginning we were talking about I got some kind of upset stuff in my stomach, and I used this stuff here to make sure it was done properly and gotten rid of out of my system. So those are what can be and why I chose to use chlorophyll as a sample for the people at the health fair today, for them to give it that. And most people don't really understand about photosynthesis, do not understand about the ability to use a natural health product, God's creation, alfalfa, along with the ingredients that come from the spearmint. So if you put these together, and I really, really believe it's in the best interest of what God did that I share with you, so you can be able to do your own investigating, check things out. And with that in mind, I'm going to go back up where it talks about the chlorophyll taken and limited and helping people with nausea to have it eliminated because of taking the chlorophyll. So let me go back, and I changed my page here and go back and find it. Okay. This here is just a blessing of giving you information so you can be able to pay attention. Pay attention to what God has done before man got involved. Okay? All right, but here man does the testing and finds out that, oh, God does have a hand in what's going on. Okay, here we go. Although sodium copper chlorophyll has a variety of uses in humans. Okay, when you take this product and you use it, there are a variety of things the body chooses to do with it. Research has focused primarily on its role as a chemopreventive agent. And that's in parentheses, a substance used to prevent the development of cancer. So it's been used in that by research. Both in vitro, in other words, and clinical studies have shown that the sodium copper chlorophyll exhibits potent anti-carcinogenic, in other words, quote, neutralizes the effect of cancer-causing agents. Do you realize what that's talking about? I mean, and when we got so many people in and fear, and I think fear is just another one of those things that causes things to respond a whole lot quicker than it should. Okay. Chlorophyll has also been shown to increase hepatic levels of phase 2 detoxification enzymes. All right, increase hepatic. I will put it in English terms for you. Increase liver levels of phase 2 detoxification enzymes, including apoptosis. Apoptosis is cell death of the bad cells, and inhibits cancer cell proliferation. Research indicates sodium copper chlorophyll hinders the intestinal uptake of carcinogens and promotes their elimination through the feces. That's why it is so important to let the poopy fairy get its business taken care of with you. If that feces is just staying put and not getting out of the colon like it's supposed to, then it has nothing to do but to cause more damage. So inhibits cancer cell proliferation. Research indicates sodium carboxylium hinders the intestinal uptake of carcinogens and promotes their elimination of the feces. Even though in the mechanism of action is not completely understood. They're doing the research, they're getting results, but don't understand what's happening. Sodium carboxylium is recommended in cancer preventive diets. I did that to help you understand that God's in control. And since, I got a beautiful brochure here. Okay. Since that came flying out at me, I'm not going to overlook it. I think so. Right here, chlorophyll. Scientific research, folks. That whole back page right here, and there's 17 scientific references to help us understand the potency of what we got going here, okay? Over here, we got chlorophyll, why healthy people need. And folks, we are not even healthy when we think we're healthy. If you've generally enjoyed good health, why should you need to consider a supplement like chlorophyll? First of all, most serious debilitating health conditions such as cancer, diabetes, and heart disease don't just occur overnight. They usually take years to form and process. Consequently, the symptoms of these diseases aren't seen until they are well in their progression and often too late for optimal recovery. Okay? What we do remedy this naturally, and what I am talking about and trying to get across on this broadcast is that disease prevention key to a longer, healthier life. Prevention, folks. That's what we're talking about. Just because you're healthy today doesn't mean you'll be healthy tomorrow. We all know that as we age, our risk of disease increases, and just because we can't feel or see the symptoms of a particular disease shown doesn't mean it's not in the early stages of growing and progressing. Considering all of this, many experts believe that seeking to prevent disease is an overlooked key to maintaining optimal health. If you were listening to me earlier, and when I was talking to you about the chlorophyll and how it can be used and is accepted as a prevention, and therefore when we have toxins that stay in our colon, that we need to make sure we have a good elimination, regular basis of Cascara sagrada. Yeah, it's a good basis of getting that done. Oh, there. So, now, how can chlorophyll help prevent disease? I'm taking the time, folks. If I couldn't explain why we want to use this as a prevention, then we'd just be spinning our wheels and life goes on with more degenerative health issues. Okay, first of all, chlorophyll appears to have an affluent affinity for blood, which can be explained by some similarities between it and hemoglobin cells. Some research suggests that chlorophyll can increase oxygen uptake in the blood, which can increase energy, relative fatigue, and improve certain blood disorders. Chlorophyll also supplies the many needed micronutrient of magnesium, which is lacking in today's common diet, and can contribute to increased energy levels. It is also possesses antioxidant capillaries, which can account for some of the reported benefits. Finally, chlorophyll is a vital component of the plant kingdom. Excuse me. Since we know that is a diet high in plant-based foods, significantly reduces the risk of a wide range of disease. It can be assumed that the chlorophyll plays a part in the risk reduction. So it needs magnesium. It needs the body's ability to take the nutrients and put them in our system from the plant kingdom. Protection from toxins. Mounting research continues to establish toxins and the result free radical damage, also called oxidative That's some way just got lost there for me. It also called oxidative damage is primarily contribute to a variety of diseases, including today's top killers. Top killers, folks. This is known to contribute to helping alleviate the damage that can be caused by heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and so forth. The good news is that chlorophyll and related chlorphyllium appear to possess active antioxidant properties that can protect the body from toxins and related oxidative damage. For instance, research suggests that chlorphyllium may significantly inhibit or neutralize toxins such as cigarette smoke, coal dust, diesel emission control. Other fungus include the chlorphyllium may provide more antioxidant protection than beta-carotene, vitamin C, and vitamin E. I'll read that again. Other findings indicate that chlorphyllium may provide more antioxidant protection than beta-carotene, vitamin C, vitamin E. And finally, studies have suggested that chlorphyllium can relieve the toxic side effect of certain chemotherapies used in the fighting of cancer. Okay, sometimes the fight causes problems, and the chlorophyll can help to correct some of that. And you notice that the big word coming up there was may provide. So you've got to listen to your heart. You got to listen to what God has to say. And most of all, you got to listen to what your heart in prayer says God wants you to do as his servant. Again, struggling to minimize the effects of toxins and free radicals on our health is an ongoing one to maintain our healthy level of health. It is important to provide protection again against toxins. Chlorphyllium can help do that. It's pretty good. And I'm going to do, there's in this brochure is more information, and I'm going to break it down because we're using prevention to help curb something that is in the process of maybe causing a problem. So if these 11 things may be something that's giving us trouble, then the chlorophyll may make it possible for us to have a better quality of life when we let it do its job of correcting imbalances in the system. Okay, 11 reasons to try chlorophyll. Now, I said try it. And just remember this. It's going to taste like Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. If you don't like it, please don't buy it because you don't drink it. You can give it to somebody else, yeah, maybe. But I love it. And the more I drink, the more I want of it. So, number one, chlorophyll contains chlorphyllium. Chlorphyllium is a key derivative of chlorophyll, with research demonstrated that it possesses several potent health benefits. So they're there. And if you want to get a brochure from us and do the scientific research and look it up, you're welcome to do that as well. Is an antioxidant. Scientists believe that a portion of chlorophyll therapeutic capabilities lies in its ability to neutralize free radical and limit oxidative damage. So, the things that's coming in our body, trying to break us down, trying to hurt us, trying to harm us, chlorophyll is already known as an antioxidant, and believe that a portion of chlorophyll therapeutic capabilities lie in the capacity to neutralize free radical and limit oxidative damage. Number 3, acts as an anti-cancer agent. If you know for a fact that your family has a high risk of cancer, then I'm going to be drinking some, folks. I'm going to be putting some in my body if I know that my family has an issue with cancer. I'm going to be using chlorphyllium as a anti-cancer product. Several animals in vitro studies have shown that chlorophyll or a derivative such as chlorphyllium possess anti-cancer carcinogenic properties, the ability to prevent or slow cancer. Successful findings have included several types of cancer, including liver, stomach, and colon. So, goes into a little more depth. It's an antioxidant, acts as an anti-cancer agent, and number 4, it protects against toxins. Scientists have repeatedly found that chlorophyll and its derivative can protect against toxins and the effects of these toxins, including abnormal cell death and carcinogenics. In other words, if there is an onset, if you have cancer that is in the process of starting in its onset, then the chlorphyllium helps to prevent that from continuing to be negative. Number 5, supports health of blood cells. Researchers believe that chlorophyll improves the health of blood cells and that it may increase the uptake of oxygen in the blood. Oh, wow. More experts attribute that similarities between chlorophyll and hemoglobin. So the red blood cells and the chlorophyllium are buddies. It's just my way of interpreting it, okay? Then let's go from there. Number 6, increases energy levels, particularly due to the blood-friendly attributes of chlorophyll and its ability to detoxify. Chlorophyll may allow the body to utilize its energy and production. I'm going to just repeat that real quick. It increases energy levels, particularly due to the blood-friendly attributes of chlorophyll, and its ability to detoxify. Chlorophyll may allow the body to optimize its energy production. At least you know it's got a chance. If you said may, give it a whirl. I will drink this over a Gatorade or eat all these things that they say, you need to. If you're in the yard work business, try the chlorophyll. Try it. Number 8, supports cardiovascular system. Due to chlorophyll's antioxidant properties, it may help prevent the oxidation of LDL, the bad cholesterol, thereby lowering the risk of cardiovascular disease and related conditions. Number 9, minimize the side effects of the chemotherapy. Scientists have shown that chlorphyllium is successful in thwarting undesirable side effects of chemotherapy agent called chlorophosphamide. Number 10, may reduce risk of kidney stones. Research suggests that chlorphyllium may help prevent against calcium oxalate stone disease on a variety of kidney stones. Okay? There's some history there. Number 11, eliminates odor. Folks, everybody around you appreciates this one, and you do yourself too. Okay? Odor eliminated. Finds more direct studies indicate that chlorphyllium may eliminate or reduce odors associated with colon and urinary disorders. Okay, we got through that pretty good on the 11 causes, 11 reasons. Folks, I've taken the time to share with you about chlorphyllium, because it has therapeutic history when it comes to talking about what it can do for cancer prevention, helping to cleanse, detoxify, getting odors and things that are in our system that can cause us to be directly with fecal problems and having colon cancer show up because we have poor elimination. First thing, folks, I would suggest, okay, is that I'm going to get my time right, that you start studying about what these things can do for you in the natural realm. Chlorophyll, what it can do, how it can benefit you. The knowledge is there, but folks, it's not well shared. And I believe it's more important to make God happy by sharing what He did for us to be able to have the ability to tackle the stuff that's trying to rob, steal, and destroy from us. God's intention when created the Garden of Eden was for His creation to live, never die, and make Him happy by enjoying what He gave them. It's like giving it's more than like this, but it's more than just a toy given to a kid and watch them play with it. We're talking about giving life to us as children, midlife, adults. It doesn't make a difference. God will help us overcome no matter what if we will give Him the credit and let Him do the healing according to His life, His world, and the ability of God to know His child is making Him happy. Make God happy so you can be happy, and let the things that are available benefit you in your health and wellness. I'm your host, Claiborne Holtzman. Come see us at Remedy This Naturally, 1140 Benvenue Road, for your health needs based on plants that God created as close as we can in their natural form. God bless, take care, and be healthy naturally.